Welcome to the Roof Connect First Trust Home Loans streaming presentation of your Sheridan Yellowjackets versus the Benton Panthers. We're going to send it to our coaches show, sponsored by JM Fry Inc. What were you trying to hook up? I was trying to unplug my charger.
Hello, all you Yellowjacket fans. I'm Hamilton Mosley, and this is another episode of the Coach Kevin Kelly Show. Coach Kelly, thank you for your time, and let me ask you a few questions about Sheridan Yellowjacket football. Let's get rolling.
Get rolling.
First things first. What about the Jonesboro game? The tough loss against Jonesboro.
You trying to hurt me? I'm just kidding. We went into the game and probably that's my favorite attitude that our kids had. Jonesboro's a very good team. They moved down last year from 7A down to 6A, so they're one of the biggest 6A schools, and they've got a lot of speed, and last year they beat us by like 35 or 40. And, it's hard to get people to think that we could bridge that gap from 40 or 35 points last year to win. I mean, that's a lot of points to make up. But our kids believed it. So we get into the game, and we get down 14-0. In the past, it's been tough. Our guys are like, oh, man, we can't come back from that. But we fought back and took the lead 18-14 before halftime. And then at the end, we ended up losing by 6 points. We had the ball on their 20-yard line when the time ran out. The thing that hurts as a coach, as a player, is I always say there's 10 plays that could change a game. This one probably had 25 plays. If we make one of those plays, we win the game. We had a snap from the 1-yard line right before half that would have put us up 2 touchdowns, but we only got to run one play because we didn't go out of bounds when there wasn't very much time left. We cut back and stayed in bounds, although we practiced going out of bounds. We had another one down there on the 3-yard line when the ball went like 6 yards over our quarterback's head and is rolling around back there. And instead of first and goal from the 3, it's second goal from the 18. And we ended up not scoring. So those kind of plays are plays that we needed to make to give us the win. And there's no moral victories. I wasn't glad we lost and we're close, but I was glad our kids finally believed that we were going to beat a good football team. And that's what we're going to do this week as well.
Benton has a dual threat, a running pass quarterback. How do you prepare for that challenge?
Well, we've got to do a better job than we've done in the past against some dual threat quarterbacks. And it's tough. A dual threat quarterback is difficult to deal with. Usually, a dual threat quarterback likes to beat you running first and throw second. But this kid's unique because he can do both of them equally well. And so what you do is you spy them with a linebacker anytime they drop back to pass, and then you make sure your ends don't go rush up the field too far and leave a giant gap between the guard and the tackle for him to run through. So we've got a plan, and we're going to try to execute that plan. And then if we do our jobs and do them well, it'll be difficult for him, but he'll still make some plays because he's good. But he won't make enough plays to win if we do our job well.
What's been the focus on practice this week?
Honestly, fixing the mistakes that we made against Jonesboro. I would say, and I've coached a lot of games, and if you include JV games and 7th grade games and 8th grade games and 9th grade games, I've probably coached 700 games. And out of all the 700 games, I've never seen more in tennis. Have you ever played tennis?
I've played a
little bit of tennis. Sometimes if the other guy hits a good shot and you hit a bad shot, that's a forced error. He forced you to make that error. If he just hit you a little lollipop and you hit it out of bounds, that's an unforced error. In football, we made more unforced errors in that game than I've seen of any game I've been a part of, playing or coaching, which is well over 1,000 games. We made more unforced errors in that game and still only came up 6 points short. So when you say, what do you have to work on? We've got to fix those unforced errors. We've got to fix the snaps over the head. We've got to fix dropping footballs that are right in our hands. We've got to fix our defense, maybe a guy not knowing what our defense was, not knowing what defense we were in before they snapped the ball. We've got to fix an offensive lineman not knowing what the play was when we snapped the ball. Those are all unforced. So we've got to fix all of our unforced errors, or at least fix the vast majority of them. And if we do that, we'll have a good chance to be Benton.
After a couple tough, close games, what are your overall message to the team to keep their confidence up?
You can't make somebody have confidence. But what you can do is show them the good things they did and hope that they gain confidence from that. So we've been trying to focus on that. First, I kind of have a weird plan. Like Monday, we show them all the awful things we did. And we go, this is what we got to fix. And then Monday, we show them great plays from each position. We'll show them great offensive line plays, great defensive line plays to build their confidence back up. Hopefully they build it. But they look and say, oh, we're capable of some really good things. And we just say, hey, you got to play like that all the time. But the one thing we talked about was just when we were going to play Rodgers, and I'm being real blanket honest here, there was word coming out of our locker room that there were kids in there saying that we can't beat Rodgers. And you can't be like that as a team. You have to believe. And that's one of the great things teams teach you to do. If we all come together, we can do anything. It's to me, it's one of the greatest messages that sports gives you. If we come together, we can do a lot more. And, I drew the line and go, if you don't believe that we can be Benton, you better keep your mouth shut. Because if you open your mouth in that locker room and somebody reports to me, you're done. Because if you don't believe, I don't want you on the team. So we've continued to preach believe, but let's eliminate people that are causing us within ourselves not to believe that we can win. Because I believe in the group of boys that we have. I believe in the hard work that we've put in since January. I believe in our coaching staff. I believe in our support staff, our athletic director, the fans that travel better. We had more people at West Memphis than West Memphis had, and that's a 3-hour drive. I believe in what we're doing here, and we don't need anybody from the inside trying to distract us from believing that. So that's kind of how the week went, and we started off the week. Monday was informational. Tuesday, I'm hard on them. We got to fix this. Wednesday was a real encouraging day. Thursday is sharpen it up. Friday is let's go beat the dog out of Benton.
What do we have to do to come home with a win against Benton?
We're going to have to fix those mistakes I was telling you about. We cannot throw interceptions. We have got to catch all of our balls. And then on defense, we've got to tackle well. And we've got to get to the ball. And sometimes if you miss a tackle, if everybody's running to the ball like they should be, the guy took a second to get out of that tackle, and next guy's right there. But if you're not running to the ball like you should be, guy gets out of a tackle and he's running free. And we can't have that. So those are the things we've got to do. But if we do that and just play, just fix some of those mistakes and don't turn the ball over, then we'll be in good shape.
You know what time it is? Every week we feature an assistant coach, and this week it's Adam DePriest. Tell us about Adam DePriest.
Adam DePriest, I started working for me right out of college. He went to college at Washington and played baseball. And he went to high school at Mena and played football. He played quarterback there and was an option quarterback. We hired him right out of college, and he's a good Christian guy, spiritual guy. I mean, he is like one of the best people I know. And I had him with me at PA from 2001-ish to 2012. And then he wanted to go be an offensive coordinator. He thought he had learned some stuff under me. He wanted to go be an offensive coordinator and went around. I think he went to 5 or 6 different schools. And when it came time to come to Sheridan, I really probably wasn't going to come if he wasn't going to come with me, because I wanted somebody that knew me, that I could trust religiously. And I tell you this now, as you're growing up, find people you can trust that don't want anything from you. They just want to be a part of what you want to be a part of and help you, and they know you're gonna do whatever they need you to do. And
Welcome to this beautiful fall night in Benton, Arkansas. Your Sheridan Yellowjackets set up to take the field against a competitive Benton football team. It's a beautiful night. I'm Jeremy Orman. This is Dakota Hedden here with me. We've got Mike Nevins on the sideline for us tonight. Dakota, what do you think about the matchup we have tonight against Benton?
Really excited for this matchup tonight. Comparing teams that we have each played last year versus this year, and seeing a much improved Sylvan Hills really run the ball well on Benton last week and ultimately get the victory. after Benton last year, we're able to beat the team. Mike, is Coach coming out?
Send it down to Mike for a pregame interview with Coach Kelly.
How did the guys respond this week in practice?
You know, it was tough at first, and we have to pick yourself up off the mat when you know you've practiced and prepared well enough to win, and you just had so many one plays that went against you that you've got to make. If we make one of those plays, we win the game. They knew that, so, you know, we picked yourself up off the mat Monday, and then Tuesday and Wednesday we practiced a lot better, and then Thursday we sharpened it up, and hopefully we're ready to make some of those plays we didn't make last week, and that's going to be the difference.
So tonight, Benton, kind of a big rivalry for Sheridan, but I personally don't remember the last time we beat them. So what do we got in store for tonight?
I think they've won like 8 conference championships in a row. So this is the king, you know, until they don't win the conference. And, you know, I kind of looked at it like that. I told our guys, hey, it's our chance to take a shot at the king. And right now we're as prepared as we've ever been to do that. So if you believe that, I think we've got a real shot.
Yeah, good luck tonight, Coach. Thank you. So, guys, there you go. He's pretty confident tonight, I think.
Mike, I'm pretty sure, and I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure the last time that Sheridan beat Benton was in 2012 at home. It was my junior year of high school. They were driving late with a chance to win the game, and I think we held them. They didn't get inside the 15-yard line there at the end. Lewis Campbell was the coach, and that's the last time that I remember. Yeah, only 13. Well, I thought you had the memory of an elephant. Thanks, Mike.
All right, so as you heard, Coach Kelly has quite a bit of respect for Benton. Coach Brad Harris has been a coach for Benton since 2016 with an impressive 80-30 record. As Coach Kelly said, Benton is the reigning conference champion and has been for quite some time, so have a little bit of a task ahead of us here for Sheridan, but we're capable and able to step up to the task, and we'll see what happens tonight as Sheridan will take over on the kickoff that rolls out of the end zone. Sheridan has been using a 2-quarterback system with Dax McMillan and Easton Barksdale, and Dax McMillan will get the start tonight. Sheridan tried to set up a screenplay there. Benton had it read well. Dax McMillan scrambles, throws it away safely. Good decision there not to take a sack. Gets it away with a forward pass for an incomplete pass. Going to bring up 2nd down.
Quickly snapping the ball, pitch pass to Zay with a full head of steam. He's got the corner. He is
50.
gone. You're not going to catch
40,
that guy.
30, 20, 10, 5. Quick hit from Zay Stevens, your all-state running back for the Sheridan Yellowjackets.
2 plays and a touchdown.
Hope we can say that all night, Dakota. Hope we can say that all night. That is a teeter motor touchdown on the 2nd play of the first drive for your Sheridan Yellowjackets on a long gainer from Zay Stevens.
You know, really caught Benton off guard there. Sheridan lined up and snapped the ball so fast after the previous play. The defensive line was barely even set. Players were not prepared for the snap, which allowed us to get a little bit extra edge. Faked a handoff. Dax rolled out to the right. Got a penalty flag down on the field.
Benton defender got a little grabby there on the 2-point try by your Sheridan Yellowjackets. It's going to be defensive holding. and we will retry that attempt. Good to see some good snaps from our center as well. Had a little bit of struggle last week with getting the ball cleanly back to our quarterback. So far, so good. Everybody knock on wood up here.
Okay,
Snaps have been good.
interesting development going on down on the field. Eli Turner in the game. Zay Stevens lined up in a Wildcat package. Takes a direct snap, follows his line straight into the end zone for a 2-point conversion.
Good start for your Sheridan Yellowjackets.
Jeremy, I really like what I see out of the gate. We have a lot of energy.
Yes, that's a testament to our character. When if you tuned into last week's game or watched it at home, we had ample opportunity to come out with our second conference win against Jonesboro, but came up 6 points short. So it's a testament to the boys' character and our coaching staff getting the guys ready for this week's game after a tough loss last week.
Well, and Jeremy, we've really showed, progress against a couple of opponents we struggled with last year. The Rogers game, we're able to score a lot more points this year than last year. And Jonesboro last year, won the game 49-28, beating us by 3 touchdowns. This year, it was coming down to the last few plays. Mm-hmm. And so although we had a loss, we're coming into this game, I feel like, with more confidence for how closely we're playing tough opponents.
Helicopter style kick, crosses the 50, it's on the ground. We've got a chance. It's going to be a fight at the bottom of the pile. The officials will dig to the bottom and see who came up with it. Benton was able to get back on it.
Had a really good chance. The ball bounced off a Benton defender, or someone on the Benton recovery team. And we're diving in there. Not able to get it in time, but had a good chance at it.
Good start, good start. This first quarter is brought to you by People's McCoy Tigert Pharmacy. Excuse me. That's first quarter is brought to you to McCoy Tigert Pharmacy. We appreciate all of our sponsors. This streaming presentation is brought to you by Roof Connect and First Trust Home Loans.
Ball.
That was Drew Davis, Benton's returning All-State quarterback, on time with his throw. And that was the first real strip I've seen our defensive try this year, and it looked like a premature whistle here from the visitors' press box. That looked like a fumble.
I think the ref is saying he stepped out of bounds.
Okay.
However, everyone on the sideline was thinking that the ball was out before it happened. And we were on it. Benton quickly back to the line, similar kind of pop pass like we ran to Zay Stevens. Big gainer on the play, going to take the ball down to about the 16-yard line.
Carson Collett for Benton, playing wide receiver, coming underneath, as Dakota said. Good pressure, but good athleticism by Drew Davis to find number 10 for Benton, Corey Anderson, for a quick response from Benton.
The motion that you saw at the top of your screen is called an orbit motion. And so the receiver is running in close to where the tackle is lined up on the right side and is quickly, before the snap, going to reverse and go back out to the right. It's something you see a lot that the Kansas City Chiefs have run with a lot of success, and definitely creates some eye candy, looking like the play is going to go to the right. Quarterback was able to step up in the pocket, keep his eyes downfield despite some pressure, and find his receiver high where only his receiver could catch it in the end zone. So response right away from Benton.
It's setting up for an offensive showdown. Benton's Drew Davis, All-State quarterback, approaching, if not already broken, several of the Benton passing records here. Recently a commit to SAU. Well, he will play some college football, so good quarterback, good experience. feel like we get pressure to him tonight, get him off time, get him off pace a little bit, disrupt the timing of the offense, will give us a good chance to come out on top tonight.
Jeremy Dillon Smith is back there, and he is going to watch it go into the end zone. But he is currently our leading kickoff returner with 363 yards of kickoff return yards this year. And definitely not a guy that you want to let catch the football with a chance to gain some yards.
So far, Benton has kicked it into the end zone 2 times.
Deep into the end zone.
Deep into the end zone. So our sophomore quarterback, number 9, Easton Barksdale, will check into the game. We've had some delay of game penalties that have put us behind the sticks this year. Coach Kelly is our play caller. He gets it in a timely manner. Spread formation, Zay alone in the backfield. Got a man open. It's complete to Hunter Sosha. Hunter's got some room. He's across the 40, to the 30, 20, the 10, 5. Touchdown. Sheridan Yellowjackets. A quick teeter motor touchdown on an answer after a score.
Yeah, we were just talking about the explosiveness of Dylan Smith. You look up, he catches an out route and takes it to the house. On the last drive, it was kind of a long drive, lots of plays. Took 2 plays to go the distance. We decided, we were just going to do it in 1 this time.
Love it. Love the quick answer. I had Hunter Sosha on the call. My eyes are old. Dakota's are younger. He nailed it right. Dylan Smith with another reception. And you're not going to catch Dylan in the open field. Another direct snap to Zay Stevens on a 2-point try. Zay running hard tonight, carrying a couple of Benton defenders into a 2-point conversion. And we're going to send it to a commercial break. Stay tuned.
So here at Manat Law, focus primarily on personal injury. When a client comes to me, my role is to try to eliminate some of those obstacles and some of those burdens that they're navigating so that they can focus primarily on getting better. Please call me. This is what I do, and I want to help you, and I want to hold those insurance companies accountable, or the person who caused your injury accountable, so that you're fairly compensated.
And we're back. Your McCoy Tigert Pharmacy first quarter has been a good one. If you're just tuning in, there were already 16 points on the board for your Sheridan Yellowjackets and leading 16-7 over the Benton Panthers.
Less than a total of 10 offensive plays run on each side, and there are 23 points on the scoreboard. 10 minutes remaining on the first quarter time clock, so we are off to a hot start. The onside kick attempt from Sheridan was recovered by the Benton Panthers, and they're going to be starting on what looks like their 47-yard line.
Well, Benton's defense started slow against Jonesboro in the season opener last season, but picked it up and really carried them to the quarterfinals. Maybe a rebuilding year. I believe they graduated several defensive linemen and a linebacker. Sheridan is exposing some of the weakness. Drew Davis takes a snap on a swing pass. Good open field tackle by Marquise Thorne. I've really enjoyed watching him play this year, Dakota.
Marquise Thorne was out there with no one else within 10 yards, and he's on an island with the running back in wide open space. The running back attempts to juke. He is able to hold his ground, wrap him up, and bring him down with a solo tackle. Great play from Thorne. Going to bring up a 2nd and 10. And Jeremy, in the West Memphis game, we saw a lot of first down plays go for no gain or for a loss, and that's a key to this game.
Quick out route on the top of the screen. Drew Davis. Seems like he's going to have a heavy pass load tonight.
Yeah, Braden Lewis in coverage, able to wrap him up immediately. Jeremy, to highlight Braden Lewis, he's been in coverage a lot this year and is currently leading the team with 10 passes defended.
Call that a sluggo route. Number 1 for Benton, the good route. Will Carter runs a post, sticks his foot in the ground, and turns it into a straight out route. And another open field tackle. Was that Lawson? I did not see who was in coverage.
That was Waylon Partain.
Waylon Partain on the coverage.
You know, our corners are doing a good job keeping the offensive player in front of them, bringing them down, one-on-one situations.
Lost containment on the outside, opening up a hole for Benton. And another touchdown on a pitch to a speedy running back. Didn't see the number there.
Jeremy, I had my eyes on on Thorne, Marquise Thorne on that play. He was trying to shoot the gap and get the defender, get the offensive player for close to no gain or a really short gain, and Benton was able to come up with a key block, not allowing him to get there, that really sprung it open. Thorne is back there as the safety, as the last line of defense, and so ideally, if he gets past the linebackers and the corners, then Thorne's going to be there. Thorne's trying to make a play on the ball, trying to make a big defensive play, as he's done all year long, and just didn't quite get there that time. And so there was no one else behind him once he went by Thorne.
If you've listened to our broadcast, I've harped on containment and keeping the running back or rushing quarterback turned to the inside. And you can see what happens there if we lose containment. You get outside of one defender, and it's usually off to the races after that. 16-14 in the McCoy Tigert Pharmacy first quarter. We may have a showdown here tonight. Good old-fashioned offensive slugfest.
Another deep kick.
Another deep kick.
Almost reaching the bold white Panther letters in the end zone. Really strong leg for the Benton kicker. Dylan Smith can't have a big return if he doesn't get to return it.
Yeah, that's good. Good defense, I guess. Kick it away from him, kick it out of the end zone. Don't give him a chance. Dax McMillan has checked back in for your Sheridan Yellowjackets as the quarterback. Tight bunch formation this time. Zay alone in the backfield.
I can just see Zay running with so much burst and intensity tonight.
Zay has come to play. There hasn't been many games where I've felt like Zay hasn't really given his all. A lot of the kids, for that matter. A lot of heart in this team. You can appreciate that as a Sheridan Yellowjacket supporter. Benton bringing pressure. Picked up well. Dax standing in the pocket. Protection cannot hold up. That's going to be a loss on the play. Going to bring up third down, and 12 with 8:15 to go in the McCoy Tigert Pharmacy first quarter.
Jeremy, as I was looking across the field at where receivers were relative to their defenders whenever Dax went down, every receiver had a defender glued on their hip. So nowhere to go. Weren't quite able to get the ball thrown away. Unfortunately, took a sack.
Dylan's open. Incomplete pass. Ball was placed low and away where only Dylan could have an attempt for the catch. Could not hold on to that one. And it's going to be 4th down and 12, deep inside our own territory. Ball is down at the Sheridan 18-yard line, and we are lined up to go for it, which is not typical for a Coach Kelly move here. Atypical. .11 seconds on the play clock. Down to 5. And before we could take a delay of game penalty, Sheridan got a timeout in. But this timeout, we're going to send it to a commercial break.
So here.
Shelby Taylor Trucking serves all your timberland needs in South Central Arkansas. With over 50 years in the industry, Shelby Taylor Trucking has established themselves as trustworthy leaders in the industry. From planting to harvesting to hauling your timber, Shelby Taylor Trucking is ready to serve you. Follow them on all social media platforms at Shelby Taylor Trucking. Learn more by visiting their website at staylortrucking.com. That's staylortrucking.com.
Welcome back to the Roof Connect First Trust Home Loan streaming presentation of Sheridan Yellowjacket football. 16-14 in the first quarter, 7 minutes, 50 seconds left. Sheridan facing a 4th and 12 at their own 18-yard line. Had to take a timeout there to avoid a delay of game, setting us further back behind the sticks.
Some very wide splits from the receivers at the top of your screen. Now J.P. Black coming in motion to the other side, going into doubles.
Sheridan blitz off the end, has time, throws it up for grabs, and incomplete on a deep post attempt to Dylan Smith. Dax McMillan had to throw it away sooner than he wanted with an outside blitz from Benton at the bottom of your screen. So Benton will take over in Sheridan territory at the Sheridan 18. Chance to take the lead here.
A little out of sync on that possession. You know, it felt like timing was off on several plays other than the run play.
First and 10 Panthers from the Sheridan 18.
Rhythm. It seems like we do good when we get into a good rhythm. Going to pass on first down, wide open at the top of your screen.
Looks like some confusion in the secondary, allowing number 14 for Benton to spring wide open. That was John Curtis Barger on the reception. Going to bring up a 2nd and 6. Looks like he stepped out of bounds. Luckily for the Sheridan Yellowjackets, as he had a lot of space in front of him.
A lot of Braden Lewis, the nearest defender there, but you're right, he had a lot of space. Quick handoff right up the middle, and a good time. Good job that time by the Sheridan defensive line. I'm going to guess that's Jackson Delk at the bottom of the pile, and it is.
That was a safe guess, Jeremy. You are correct. That is the Jackets' leading solo tackler. Jackson leading the team coming into the game. On the season in tackles, followed by Reed Stevens.
Followed by the other Stevens. Drew Davis all day to throw, and good break.
Unnecessary attempt to take one hand to the ball there.
Unnecessary.
Would have been cool, but.
Well, yeah, cool factor, really good. Production, not so much.
You know, I had a basketball coach growing up, Coach Court, and if you made a really good move, say you were going into the paint and you hit a spin move and then you miss a layup, he'd say, Hedden, that was $1 million move and a $1 shot.
And you must have done that a lot because you remember that really well.
Well, when you hear it enough times.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Benton converts on the field goal attempt to take a 1-point lead, 17-16, 6:57 to go in the McCoy Tiger Pharmacy first quarter. We're going to send it for to a small commercial break. Stay tuned. And we're back here at Panther Stadium. We're back at Benton Panther Stadium. Benton has just taken a 1-point lead over your Sheridan Yellowjackets. And another kick deep
Goodness.
into the end. That is impressive.
Almost out of the back of the end zone.
Almost down the back of the end zone. That is a good kick.
The guy's still getting warmed up. Well, Jeremy, important to point out that after we did not convert, our defense was able to flex its back and pull together and rally around to play really good football with the offense and only allow a field goal from the Benton Panthers on that possession. Could have easily been a touchdown with that short of a field, but really impressive stand from the defense, and that really gives the offense momentum going back onto the field.
Pop pass underneath the Zay. This time Benton is all over it. We scored our first touchdown on that play, pop pass play. Ran it to the right side this time. Benton stops it for a minimal gain. Going to bring up second down, and we'll call it 7, maybe 8. Clock is running, 6:35 to go in the first quarter. Sheridan up to the line quickly. And that is Hunter Sosha trying to break away from the Benton defender, and he's going to take it to the house on a drag route underneath to answer a Benton score. Teeter motor touchdown for your Sheridan Yellowjackets.
A very well-placed football from Easton on that throw, hitting Sosha right in stride, right in the hands, and then shout out to Sosha for turning on the burners and outrunning the defense. They never even got close, and with every step, he was pulling away. Our third touchdown of the game, 2 plays, 1 play, 2 plays, and here comes another direct snap to Zay Stevens for a 2-point conversion. This time the Panthers are ready and stop him in the backfield. Going to be looking for a wrinkle on the next 2-point attempt, but nonetheless, another Sheridan touchdown in quick fashion.
Hunter Sosha has made his living over the middle, catching balls in traffic and taking big hits. This time, he's able to show some wheels. Hunter Sosha trying to answer Dylan Smith. Who's the fastest on the team?
I want to see him race.
I want to see him race. And we'll throw a Zay in there, too. Let's see who's the fastest. That was a tremendous pass, catch, and run for a teeter motor touchdown for your Sheridan Yellowjackets. And we have a barn burner tonight. 22-17. Sheridan is up by 5. Still 6:15 to go in the first quarter.
I love it.
Love it.
This is Big 12 football.
High scoring, not much defense.
I will say, the Yellow Jacket defense is certainly making Benton earn their points much more than the other way around.
Helicopter style kick. That was 10. We were right there at the
We're on it.
10-yard marker. Give us a good spot one time.
Point my way.
Illegal touch.
Oh, no.
The onside kick has to go 10 yards before we can touch it if the opposing team does not touch the football. The official at the bottom of the field spotted that about 8 inches shy of the 50. That is hard to spot
Now, Jeremy,
in real speed.
I'm sitting on the 50-yard line with a bird's eye view, and I will admit I'm very biased. But I think we got that
We
one.
got it.
Please don't.
And with that,
Man,
the All-States quarterback, SAU commit Drew Davis, gashes the Sheridan defense for a quick hitting touchdown.
I had a Mike Nevins in my ear. What'd you see down there on that one, Mike? You had a great view on the sideline.
Yeah, I was standing right there. He hit it. He touched it early. I knew as soon as he touched it, they were going to throw that bag. So he was a half a step early.
Well, a really well executed kick, and it's really the most ideal situation if you're trying to recover for you to get on the ball rather than wait on it to bounce off of someone else.
that kick was perfect. I mean, he could have, if he didn't even waited another yard and got it a yard after the 50, he'd have, I mean, there was nobody around it. That thing spun perfect.
Yeah, hey, all effort, going 100 miles an hour, trying to make a play.
You stand down there.
We'll never
Was that an
fault
early
someone
cut?
for that. Had an opportunity yet. We'll see if we can get it the next time. Benton with a quick score.
The extra point attempt is good.
Taking the lead 24-22. We are bouncing back and forth like a pinball machine.
Not letting us just sit in the excitement of scoring touchdown is Benton. They've been quick to respond so far. Need to find a stop, does the Sheridan defense. Stop the bleeding here. No chance for a return again. That one was actually out of the end zone.
Very impressive.
91, I believe, Gabe Wilbur. Barksdale will check back into the game. Barksdale's had success throwing the ball early in the first quarter, complementing the good running game from Zay Stevens.
Some shifting around.
Benton had that read from the get-go, shooting the gaps, expecting a run play. As it was, going to move us behind the sticks. Ball will be placed at the 16-yard line for a 2nd and 14. Clock is running, 5:44 in the first quarter, sponsored by McCoy Tigert Pharmacy.
Benton is really keen in on Zay Stevens on first downs. Look for us to, maybe go play action in another down and distance series.
Sheridan. Benton brings 5. Deep ball attempt. J.P. Black stopped his route, and it's going to result in an interception by number 6 for Benton, Bryant Barton. Looked like a little miscommunication there on the route, maybe, Dakota?
Yes, nonetheless, ball going into double coverage off the back foot, fading away with a defender in the face, is a recipe for chaos. And when you have miscommunication with the receiver on top of that, the receiver, J.P. Black, breaking off his route early, really didn't have a chance to defend that pass. And so hate to see the turnover. Benton having a chance to take over on the Sheridan 45. The momentum is shifting back and forth so fast, you're just trying to hold on to it. Taking a deep shot on the first play, a slot fade, goes incomplete with Lawson Wallingford in coverage.
You see that a lot of times in football where a team will get a big play on defense and take a deep shot. As you said, having the momentum, trying to make a big play on offense right off the bat. Falls harmlessly incomplete. 2nd down and 10 for Benton. Sheridan bringing pressure, it appears. Jackson Delk showing blitz there, along with Reed Stevens. And here they come. Picked up by Benton. Another deep attempt. And this time complete. One-on-one coverage on the outside. And another deep ball. Touchdown from Drew Davis to Will Carter.
A really nice throw from Davis in a one-on-one situation. Braden Lewis has been great in coverage all year long. Not able to defend that pass. Tried to get a hand on it as the ball was coming into the receiver's hands. Well executed deep ball from Benton. As I was looking at our defense before the snap, our deepest defender was 5 yards off the ball. And when you're bringing pressure and your furthest defender is 5 yards off the ball, you got to get there quick because you don't have enough time to turn and run and keep someone in front of you. And so Benton, credit to them, the offensive line, running back was able to pick up the pressure convert a touchdown, bringing the score 31-22 with 5 minutes left in the first quarter.
We'll take a quick commercial break. Be back shortly. And we're back in the McCoy Tigert first quarter. 5:04 left to go. Another deep kick into the end zone by Benton's kicker, number 91, Gabe Wilbur. No return yards from our explosive players, Dylan Smith and Zay Stevens.
Which is definitely a factor.
It is a factor. Benton's kicking it deep and away from them, not allowing them to have any chance of a big play. Barksdale checked back in for the Sheridan Yellowjackets at quarterback. Showing trips at the bottom of your screen. Low snap handled by Barksdale. Zay in open space where he likes to live, and we like to get him the ball.
Well, big first gain this time on first down. Really changes the field position right away. 20 yards in a flash.
Stockton Power Equipment first down.
You know, we really, now that I think about it, that's the first
That's the first first down.
That's the first down despite having 3 touchdowns.
That is correct. Design draw. First run by Eli Turner. Good to see him back after a knee injury in the first game. He's the Thunder to Zay's Lightning. Establishes a physical presence. Good positive yardage on first down.
A direct snap to Eli, faking the handoff, following the blockers ahead. We're back in a tight formation in the backfield. This time going to Zay. Not able to get much, really just got back to the line.
A quick third down after a 20-yard gainer on first down. Coach Kelly getting the play call in. 4:07 in the McCoy Tigert Pharmacy first quarter. Plenty of time on the play clock to make any adjustments needed. Barksdale with the snap. Another quick hitter to Zay. Tries to cut it back inside. Powell is still moving.
Quick
but the
whistle.
That is the second quick whistle by the side judge at the bottom of your screen for a fourth down.
What he doesn't know is that Zay's legs don't stop moving. They're going to churn.
We have a Benton player down. This is number 90 for Benton.
Immediately back up and walking off the field under his own power, so that's good to see.
Good to see that.
Some strategy going on here on the upcoming 4th and 4.
Benton has taken a 9-point lead. This would be a timely conversion for Sheridan to stop the bleeding. Eli going in motion. Barksdale looking right the whole way. Gets it out to Zay, but he's going to be brought down short of the first down, resulting in a turnover on downs. Good pass, good catch. Just a good open field tackle from Benton as well.
Yep, they were keyed on Zay on that play, knowing that he would be a safety valve with pressure in the quarterback's face. Good execution from Benton, able to stop the Yellowjackets' 4th down attempt, came up about a yard short.
Defensive stand here from Sheridan is needed. 3:16 to go in the McCoy Tigert Pharmacy first quarter. Drew Davis is taking care of the ball well so far. Rolls right, setting up a screen, and it's open. Has a blocker out front, Wallingford in hot pursuit. Good tackle from behind by Lawson Wallingford. that will result in a Benton first down.
Well, big, and I'm not seeing his name on the roster for Benton, but number 74, there's a 73, a 75, and a 76. Don't see a 74. I don't know who 74 is.
But
That's suspicious.
Yeah.
But he was scaring everybody in his path.
Dan Skipper, 74.
Dan Skipper. Tripping. Oh, how about that? Ran right into Sheridan's leading tackler, Jackson Delk. Just gave him a bear hug.
Good tackle by Jackson Delk. We had that well read and well covered. 2nd and 9. Sheridan showing pressure again.
Really need our defense to step up and counter with a stop. Benton seems to be gaining and sustaining the momentum at this point.
Deep attempt again. They're going to make us stop the deep attempt. We have been unable to do it thus far. Good coverage initially.
Another one-on-one deep shot that Benton was able to convert on a really great throw from the quarterback.
That's just a good pass and a really good catch. Coverage was good initially. Had a little back and forth between the Sheridan defender and receiver.
The coverage was tight, and the receiver did a really good job of staying leaned into the defender up until the point that he broke away and able to catch the ball over the shoulder. And so very, very well executed on a very difficult pass to defend on an island as a defender.
Our secondary did a really good job, with the exception of maybe 2 to 3 plays last week covering the deep ball. Benton has found success early on in this game with one-on-one coverage, throwing the deep ball. Be interesting to see if we may go to some other type of coverage, maybe a zone coverage, cover 2, cover 3, to make Benton beat us with the run game instead of the pass game.
Yeah, to make them beat us with the run game, or to have to dink and dump down the field, not able to throw the ball in one-on-one situations down the field. Our pressure just has not quite been able to get to the quarterback.
Another kick into the end zone. So the pressure from Sheridan's blitzes has come up empty, resulting in one-on-one coverages and deep ball touchdowns for the Benton Panthers. There have been 60 total points scored in this first quarter thus far, sponsored by McCoy Taggart Pharmacy, and there's still 2:25 left in the quarter, Dakota.
All right, Yellow Jacket offense, it is your time.
Barksdale coming back onto the field. This is his 3rd consecutive offensive series.
Jeremy, I wonder if we're going to see some play action on first down here. They've really been keyed on Zay.
Benton showing man coverage.
The burst.
Zay was close to busting one open there.
Quick 5 yards on the inside handoff on first down. Great to see positive yards. Going to bring up 2nd down and 5.
Clock is running now. After that run attempt by Sheridan, 2 minutes left in this McCoy Taggart first quarter. Same formation, spread offense. Going pass, double move. It's got a man open and complete. What a big gainer. Taken down at the 40-yard line. Good throw by Barksdale. Good catch by Walker Shields.
Well, stop and go route from Walker Shields. Got the cornerback looking to make a play to bite on the pump fake. He wanted to break the pass up, wanted an interception. Froze him for just long enough, and a perfect ball from Easton over the top. Great catch by Shields with the defender closing in. And a huge play to take it to the Panther 40-yard line.
Stockton Power Equipment, first down.
Back in a split backfield.
Over the middle to Sosha. He's got it.
Oh, what a catch.
What a throw and catch. Resulting in a teeter motor touchdown. Good protection by the line. Tremendous throw just over the top of the Benton defender. And Hunter Sosha with the sure hands taking it to the house.
Sosha over the shoulder. Hanging in the air. There's a little bit of hang time. Defender never had a chance on that ball. Beautiful touch pass from Easton. All right, we've got Zay Stevens back in the Wildcat. Wonder if we're going to get a wrinkle this time. It's been straight runs. He's going to the left again, trying to get to the outside. They're all over him. Went nowhere. We basically run the same play, more or less, every 2-point attempt. I keep thinking we're going to get a wrinkle. Benton's really keyed in on him.
That is fourth or fifth consecutive direct snap to Zay on a 2-point attempt. Benton contains it well that time. Good answer from the Sheridan offense, though, answering to make it a 10-point game. Still a minute 13 left in the McCoy Tigard Pharmacy first quarter. Onside kick recovery would be really nice here. A defensive stop I would take as well. We've got to stop the bleeding here early in the game, Dakota.
Quite timely. An onside kick recovery would be. We've had some good looks at it. Here it comes. Helicopter. Oh, it's out. It's bouncing around.
That ball kicked around. Several Benton defenders touched it. No signal yet, but I believe Benton has recovered it again.
Man, they really had to earn that when chaos ensued. The helicopter has been improving as the season has gone along.
Tonight has been our best attempt at recovery as well, has been the helicopter kick. Look to see more of that. That was our best opportunity to recover there. Benton does recover. It's a first down. They will start at their own 44-yard line. We're outnumbered receivers to defender at the top of the screen. We need somebody out. Drew Davis up the middle and a hard stick.
This is number 82 coming in. Rashad Litzy lighting up the quarterback. Nice hit.
Oh, my Lord, Rashad. Play is called dead before the snap. Do not see a flag. The official at the top of the screen did throw a flag. False start by the Benton offense. Going to back them up 5. 2nd and 9, 40 seconds left to go on the play clock. Again, Benton showing 2 receivers at the top.
That was you can't do that. Ace Hardware penalty flag.
That is the first penalty against Benton. Ace Hardware penalty backed him up. 2nd and 9. Quick out route. Good hand shown there by number 10 for Benton. That is Corey Anderson.
Corey's really flashed the hands a couple times tonight, making some very athletic catches for the Panthers. Going to bring up a 3rd and 3. Really need the defense.
Stacked receivers at the top and the bottom of your screen. Play action pass, slant, tipped. And Jackson Delk getting the ball in there and breaking up the play.
Bear claw.
A Delk claw.
Benton not hesitating, staying on the football field. And this is the package that I love. We've got 77, Ethan Cowden, and 52. Bradley Sturdivant running onto the field, beefing up the middle. I am not wanting to run in the middle. I'm wanting to go outside if I'm Benton here. 4th and 3. They're going outside on a little pick route. In wide open space is number 1. He's still dancing around. While he's dancing, we're trying to strip the football. Ross Stevens getting a hand in there as he goes out of bounds. The pick play worked to perfection.
Outside receiver interferes, gets in the way of the Sheridan defender covering the inside receiver. Call it a pick play. Sheridan called for too many men on the field. That penalty was declined. First down for Benton at the Sheridan 30. 9 seconds on the play clock. Going deep on a flag route. He's got a man and complete again on a deep pass route. That time, number 2 for Benton.
Jeremy, these are really well placed, well thrown deep balls.
Yes, you can. It's hard to have accuracy at all as a quarterback. Most of the time you see really accurate passes within the 10 to 15-yard range, but Drew Davis is showing why he is a commit to SAU, throwing deep balls exactly where they need to be. Really hard to contend. We just can't let the Benton receivers get behind us. Just stay in front of the ball, make a play on the ball. And that is hard to do with one-on-one coverage.
Well, Jeremy, with 2.4 seconds left in the first quarter, our score is 45-28 for a total of 73 first quarter points.
And maybe Dylan can return one here and add to that total. Or Zay. Who else is back there? Dylan and
we got J.P. Black.
Yep.
J.P. Black and Dylan Smith. Come on, 91, give us a chance.
Unless 91 falls down while kicking, this ball will go into the end zone.
We want 80 points in the first quarter.
Really fast start, 45-28, 2.4 in the McCoy Tiger first quarter remaining.
A spiraling kick. That was interesting.
Almost a side, hit the side of it. No time comes off the clock.
He's showing off at this point.
Yeah, just showing off.
Okay, we got time.
We've got 2.4 seconds.
They left too much time on the clock.
Barksdale remains in the game. Looking to the sideline for a play call.
Kelly flipping through his play call sheet of one-play touchdown calls from 80 yards
From
out.
80 yards out.
Trying to narrow down which one to call.
Yeah, that's what's exciting is that we joke, but this offense can go 80 yards in one play. We've seen it tonight. Barksdale setting up his backside screen, has Eli open in the flat. Blockers downfield.
Bulldozers.
Ethan Cowden out front. Big gainer on first down, out with a mark him down right at the 50. And that will end the McCoy Tiger first quarter on a big completion, resulting in a Stockton Power Equipment first down. And we are going to send it to commercial break. Stay tuned.
Here at Reliance Bank, our name says it all. Rely on us. We proudly celebrate that our Kansans have done that for 60 years. To provide personalized service, a face-to-face human connection with convenient and secure technology. Rely on us to be with you in the community, continuing to make Arkansas a great place to live and do business. Reliance Bank. Visit us today.
Welcome back. It has been a barn burner of a first quarter, 45-28. Don't remember 73 points being scored in a first quarter in a long time.
They've burned 2 barns in 1 quarter.
I hope People's Bank's second quarter is as exciting as the first quarter. Quick handoff to Zay up the middle. Feet still churning. Finally thrown back after a 4-yard gain.
Gaining 4 yards or more on the first play of a series. Granted, this is not the first play of the series, but first play of the first quarter. Extremely important to having a chance of scoring a touchdown. Great to see positive yards out of the gate. Really need our offense to keep scoring to keep up with this high-powered Benton offense.
Snap to Barksdale, rolling to his right, cuts back to avoid pressure, throws a deep ball.
What a throw.
What a throw and catch. Still on his feet. Yards after catch for Walker Shields. Standout sophomore to sophomore connection for another Stockton Power Equipment first down.
Incredibly athletic play from Easton in the pocket, evading the pursuing defenders, keeping an eyes downfield. Looking like Brett Favre, gunslinger, throwing it to a one-on-one situation on the edge, and a huge play from Walker Shields. Quickly to the line, we pitch it to Zay.
Noah Roberson, middle linebacker, playing some defensive end there on the stop for Benton. Tried to rush up to the line, had success early in the game, getting back to the line quickly on a run play to Zay. That time Benton sniffs it out. Minimal gain, 2nd down and 9.
We've gone to Zay on almost every first down play. It was forward.
Forward swing pass intended for Dylan Smith. Unable to come away with that one. Looked like he had a little room to work after the catch. His eyes might have gotten downfield before catching the ball.
I think he could feel the Panther defender trying to evade his block and blow him up as soon as he caught it. Going to bring up a 3rd and 9.
Barksdale with the snap, rolling to his right, got a man open again on an out route. Having success with rollouts and deep out routes. That was J.P. Black on the reception. Going to result in a official moved the chains, then changed his mind.
Now is
still changing his mind. That was very interesting. He told him to move the chains, but it's going to call it 4th down, 4th and short.
We've had some theatrics on a particular sideline so far.
Benton calls a timeout before the snap. With that timeout, we're going to hear from our sponsors. Welcome back to the People's Bank second quarter. If you're just joining us, the first quarter was offensive mayhem. 45-28 is your score. All points scored in the first quarter. Sheridan facing a 4th and short. Sheridan was charged with that timeout after a confusion on the placement of the ball. This is a big conversion early in the game for the Sheridan offense.
Credit to Easton Barksdale. Had the defensive end closing in as he was rolling out to the right, looking him dead in his eyes, knowing he was about to get planted, and delivered a strike to almost convert. Oh, man.
Tried a pop pass that we've had success with all year underneath. We have a flag down at the top of your screen.
It brought Zay in motion. And then at the same time, we tried to hit the pop pass, which is also a motion.
Unfortunate turn of events there. 2 men in motion, illegal shift. Even if we converted, they would have brought that one back. Sheridan's defense back is against the wall. We need them to stand up in a big way here. 9:49 in the People's Bank, second quarter. Benton with the lead, 45-28. Benton's had a lot of success on deep passing routes from their All-State quarterback, Drew Davis. Benton sends a man in motion. Drew looking comfortable, has a man on screen again. Blocker downfield, zigging and zagging, and good pursuit on the backside by our defensive lineman there, number 50.
Number 74, Dan Skipper for the Benton Panthers,
Leighton.
creating chaos out in front of everyone again.
Leighton Tarter on the backside pursuit, chasing that play down from the line of scrimmage. First down, Benton from their own 49. Sheridan secondary showing some space. Looks like we have a 2 safety look. Blitz coming, unable to get to it. Wide screen pass. Plenty of time, Sheridan to react, but good blocking and running from Benton. Another first down for
That was
Benton.
Ross Stevens with a violent shove out of bounds, ripping away like he was trying to start a chainsaw at that football. Credit to the Benton Panthers for holding on to it, but man, I don't know how that ball didn't come out.
One safety look for your Sheridan defense. Bringing a stunt blitz, picked up. Underneath to
He's
sure-handed
out of bounds.
number 10 for Benton, Corey Anderson. Short of the sticks, going to bring up second and about 1. Benton relying on the experience and the arm of Drew Davis so far in the game.
Very few run plays for the Panthers.
Benton spreading formation out. And on cue, Benton runs up the middle. Short gain, good tackle there by Jackson Delk.
Also right on cue.
Jackson Delk and Jaqueline there on the tackle. First down for Benton at the Sheridan 25-yard line.
You know, Jeremy, one safety high. It's one-on-one across the board. And the safety's got to pick which side to shade to. So if one guy gets beat, he's running open.
Back to the run. He finds a crack up the field. They're going to call a horse collar on the tackle by number 16, Ross Stevens. That was number 18 for Benton. Back-to-back carries for the first time in the game.
Ross Stevens flying through the air like Superman. Some hang time to make that tackle.
C.J. Sellers on the carry for Benton. All right, I had a missed call.
That is a Sheridan Ace Hardware. You can't do that penalty flag.
Going to back Benton up. Illegal block in the back. You can't do that. Still a first down. 1st and 5, Benton. 8:04 with the clock running in the People's Bank second quarter. Davis looking left. Out and up is wide open.
No one within 10 yards of him.
Miscommunication in coverage between Marquise Thorne and Braden Lewis there at the top of your screen. Looked like an out and up route and another deep ball conversion for a touchdown for Benton.
Again, one safety high, we're bringing pressure. Every cornerback or safety is in a one-on-one situation. The one high safety has got to pick a side to go to. They consistently are lining up with trips on one side and a single receiver to the other.
That's for one safety, that is a lot of side-to-side field to cover. And that's what Benton is exposing in our secondary tonight. They're throwing deep balls to the outside receivers. and our one safety can't cover that much ground. Drew Davis has been accurate and on point as well, not helping the cause for the Sheridan defense. 52-28, 7:55 to go in the People's Bank second quarter. The streaming presentation of Sheridan Yellow Jacket football is brought to you by Roof Connect and First Trust Home Loans. Characters getting tested here early in the game for the Sheridan Yellow Jackets. Down 27, first half. Benton kicks it off, has not allowed a return yet, and that will remain the case. Kickoff goes into the end zone. Sheridan will take over on offense after the touchback. Easton Barksdale seems to be the starter for the remainder of the half. Been on the field for consecutive offensive possessions now.
Offense has to respond here, down 52-28 with 7:55 left in the second quarter. Got to keep scoring points to counter Benton's. We got a quick handoff to Zay going up the middle. Looks like about a 5-yard gain. One first down again going to Zay on a first down. Almost without exception tonight.
But the middle of our offensive line has done a good job of opening up holes when we run straight downfield as opposed to trying to get outside. And that holds true again here. Zay with the stiff arm, hurling a defender over to the 35-40, still on his feet. Cross the 50 down to the Benton 45. Stiff arm and a hurdle by Zay Stevens for a Stockton Power Equipment first down.
What looked like maybe a 5-6 yard run turned into a huge play. Zay with a tough stiff arm and a hurdle bursting away. That speed separates him from so many other backs in the state.
It's fun watching Zay run. He has speed and agility and runs with attitude. Barksdale takes a snap, looking for Zay. Looking for Zay on a deep flag route. Got behind the Benton defense, a little off target. Zay looked like he was contacted just a little bit to throw him off. 7-12, second quarter, brought to you by People's Bank.
Zay jogging off the field. Eli Turner coming onto the field. He got trips to the top of the screen. One-on-one coverage at the top of the screen. Hand off to Eli Turner, going up the middle, bouncing off the first tackler, dragging more behind him, able to pick up positive yards on the second 10.
Initial contact in the backfield, but it takes more than one to bring big Eli down.
Going to give him a gain of 1.
That's a hard 1 yard from Eli. 3rd and 9. You would assume a 2-play possession here.
Got a 5 wide receiver set with number 8, Jaden Green, coming onto the field to join J.P. Black, Walker Shields, Dylan Smith, and Hunter Sosha.
Benton showing man. They stay in it. Another miscommunication on a route. Fall is incomplete. Going to bring up 4th and 9. Barksdale had time.
Good coverage from the Benton secondary. Some confusion, it looked like. On offense, Zay coming back onto the field. So 4 receivers and Zay Stevens, who looks like he's going to line up outside the right tackle. Defense is definitely going to be keen in on Zay here. They have been trying to get him involved throwing down the field so far tonight.
Benton with the stunt. Up front, Barksdale under pressure, avoids it. It's got a man and throws it into coverage and picked off at the 35, and he's got room down the sideline. Runs over a Sheridan receiver
Oh, ran over Barksdale, trucked him, and then front flipped into the end zone. A very athletic play all the way around from number 43 for Benton, Antonio Shelton, the senior outside linebacker. Benton is fired up.
Fired up after that return.
A lot of credit to Easton for sticking his head in there and trying to make a tackle. Got ran over, but mad respect to the quarterback for trying to tackle the outside linebacker and square him up.
Yeah. Unable to bring him down. Benton will score on a defensive interception. 6:02 in the People's Bank second quarter. Extra point is good. 59-28. Benton over the Sheridan Yellowjackets.
Benton has expanded their lead in the second quarter, and the Yellowjackets have not been able to score another touchdown so far. Really need some response here as Benton took the momentum and has run with it. We've got to get it back. And it's going to start with the offense. You know, we've had to go 80 yards every single possession to try to score a touchdown. You know, Dylan Smith has not been able to attempt a kickoff return, which is affecting our starting field position and our ability to score touchdowns. Dylan is averaging, I'm flipping through my stat packet here, trying to find it. Dylan is averaging close to 23 yards of return per kickoff return attempt.
Took one to the house last week, helping that average, and they are flag.
Onside kick.
There's a flag. They were offsides.
Yep.
Benton thinks they've recovered, but there is a flag at the bottom of your screen. This will be offsides. Benton will have to re-kick. Good break there for Sheridan.
After they've kicked it deep into the night, every single time, it gets you leaning back a little bit, or maybe going to sleep a little bit on the recovery team,
Benton,
and then they surprise you with the shortest kick of the night right in front of you.
Benton trying to put a nail in the coffin, as they say there, with an onside kick, trying to just crush the spirit of the Sheridan Yellowjackets. Benton got a little antsy, crossed the 40 before the kick, so Benton will retry. See if they go back to it, or if the kicker has enough leg after the 5-yard penalty to put it back into the end zone. Poocher, returnable.
In between option. JP Black shifting through the initial defenders in front of him, able to pick up the most return yards on the night for the Sheridan Yellowjackets, getting the ball almost out to the 35-yard line. Going to be the best starting field position of the night.
Most return yards, and as you said, best starting field position. The field position hasn't bothered us that much early in the game, but Benton has made some adjustments defensively to put our offense in check. It was a real back and forth early between both offenses. Sheridan's offense has stalled as of late. Benton with all the momentum now. Barksdale back into the game. And a quick handoff to Zay.
Again, a handoff to Zay on first down. This time, Benton able to stop him short. He's been popping off on an average of about 5 yards on the most recent drives on first down. This time only gaining 1, bring up a 2nd and 9.
Same formation, quickly up, back on the ball. Play action, trying to slant over the middle. Tipped. Good concentration, though, by the sophomore Marcus Shields. Going to result in a Stockton Power Equipment first down.
incredible concentration. The ball ricocheted off the defender's hands and into a perfectly running in stride. Number 1, Walker Shields for a first down. We'll take it however we can get it. Quick pitch to Zay on the outside.
Toss sweep to Zay. Had good success on getting 4 to 5 yards up the middle. Benton's done a good job containing the outside run. 2nd and 7, 4:50 to go in the People's Bank first quarter. Need a good drive here. Gut check time for the Sheridan Yellowjackets. Barksdale with the snap, play action, swing pass to Black. Black, good hands with a good move back inside across the 40, down to the 38-yard line of Benton for another Stockton Power Equipment first down.
Yeah, good throw and catch to J.P. Black on the bubble screen. The receivers, Dylan Smith and Hunter Sosha, executing their blocks out in front. The bubble screen pass was placed perfectly. JP did not have to had to check up his stride, was able to keep running immediately upon catching the football. Perfectly executed bubble screen for a Stockton Power Equipment first down.
Benton showing a 1 safety look. One-on-one coverage at the top of your screen with Shields. Barksdale fakes, now tries to hit Dylan Smith, but it is severely underthrown. Athletic play by the free safety for Benton, number 6, Cordell Payne, resulting in another turnover for the Sheridan offense. Benton will take over at their own 23-yard line.
Barksdale had to throw several seconds early. Was committed pre-snap to throwing the double move route. Let it fly into double coverage. Well short.
59-28 Benton. 3:46 to go in the People's Bank second quarter. Sheridan staying with the 1 free safety look. Stevens in the area, unable to make a play. Good open field tackle by number 21 for Sheridan. And that is Waylon Partain.
Waylon with several open field one-on-one situation tackles tonight, not allowing the offensive player to gain any additional yards.
Drew Davis looking to throw again. Has room to run if he wants. Steps up in the pocket, finds an open receiver. Missed tackle in the open field that time. Number 1 for Benton with yards after catch, Will Carter.
The senior continues to rack up yards after catch tonight. Going to bring up another first down for the Benton Panthers. They continue to wear us out, throwing sideline to sideline. Offensive players running in space.
Drew Davis has been comfortable in the pocket, rolling out. Plenty of time to throw all night. Sheridan unable to get pressure on him. Benton going with a run. Met immediately by Jaqueline, I believe, is the first one to make contact. Jackson Delk in there. Number 39 as well in there on the tackle for Sheridan.
Yeah, Jaqueline Morris, first one there. Got his arms around him. Tends to be where the offensive player stops once Morris gets his hands on you. Bring up 2nd and 8.
Sheridan showing man-to-man defense. Another out route caught by the sure-handed number 10 for Benton. Slung down after the first down.
It was Braden Lewis on the tackle.
Braden Lewis.
A really nice athletic catch again from number 10, Corey Anderson for Benton.
2:18 and counting in the People's Bank second quarter after that first down for Benton.
Benton has been able to throw a lot of out routes on the outside with 5+ yards of space around the receiver.
Takes good protection from their line and a strong arm from their quarterback, setting up a backside screen. number 2. And he's got a blocker out front again. Gone to that play 3 or 4 times now. All been big yardage plays. That time it results in a touchdown for Jalil Percy.
Continuing to run screen plays and run plays behind number 74 right tackle for Benton.
That's a big human being moving really, really well downfield for Benton.
Yes.
Extra point attempt ensuing. And that extra point would have been good from about 40 yards out. 66-28. We're going to take a break to hear from our sponsors.
So I was born and raised in Sheridan. I graduated a Yellowjacket and went to law school at the University of Arkansas up at Fayetteville. In the legal field, you're helping your neighbors. You're serving those that are around you. And I wanted to feel good and like that I was making a difference and doing it for people that just were kind and good people. And so that's what I found here in Sheridan. So it makes my job easy and enjoyable.
We do want to thank our sponsors, all of our sponsors, Manat Law and Shelby Taylor Trucking as well, for your support of this year's streaming presentation of Yellowjacket football. Second quarter has been a one-sided quarter. Benton stacking up the points here, 66-28 over the Sheridan Yellowjackets. Another deep kick, Dylan Smith gives thought of returning it, but it goes into the end zone and rolls out of the end zone. Sheridan with 1:47 to put together a drive here to go 80 yards and have some type of answer. Sheridan has been shut out in the second quarter after a good back and forth first quarter. Offensive showcase by both teams. Benton has made some adjustments, really shutting down the Sheridan offense. I can only recall 2 or 3 first downs. Benton will take a timeout, and we will take a commercial break. Welcome back to the People's Bank second quarter. People's Bank, where people come first. Barksdale staying in the game for the Sheridan Yellowjackets at quarterback, and we're excited to get moving, but that is a penalty on Sheridan that's going to back us up 5 yards, starting us behind the sticks on this drive. Minute 47 in the second quarter. Benton has opened up their lead in the second quarter. We need an answer here on offense from your Sheridan Yellowjackets. Quick hitter to Zay up the middle, has a little space. Good return and a hard hit there, absorbed by Zay Stevens after a good gain. I'm going to call it 9-yard gain. 2nd and 1. Clock is running. Minute 30.
Another handoff to Zay Stevens on the first down of a down and distance series. Split backfield here. Again going to Zay. Reverse to Dylan Smith. Some blockers ahead, but Benton able to break through the blockers. That was number 26. Don't have his name on the roster either. With the tackle. Going to bring up a 3rd and 12.
2. No, lost a lot of yards there. You're right. 3rd and 12. Play was designed well all eyes were on Zay. Had it set up nicely, just one block away from busting it open. 3rd and 12. Clock is running. 48 seconds remaining in the second quarter. Again, early movement on the outside. Sturdivant. That will stop the clock and back us up another 5 yards. 3rd and 17.
Got to keep our focus here.
Empty backfield.
1-on-1 up the top of the screen.
Looks like we're starting early again. Another 5-yard penalty
I don't know if
against
there's
the
some
offense.
miscommunication on the snap count. Really out of sync so far in this down and distance series.
That's the second false start on our wide receivers on this series. Wide receivers really looking at the ball, not really worried about snap count. Officials discussing.
There are 2 fouls in the play, 1 by each team.
Offsetting penalties.
False start, offense.
I don't know how you can have offsides and false start at the same time.
That's called, I don't know.
Usually
Throw
off.
one on both.
Nonetheless, Bark still takes a snap, looking right under pressure, going to try to deep ball and overthrows Jaden Green, who had some space here at the bottom of your screen.
A lot of pressure on Easton right out of the gate. Had to immediately step up into the pocket, heaving down the field to Green. Unfortunately, unable to come up with the conversion.
4th down and 17 at our own 18. Would love to see a quick kick from our quarterback here so that we do not give Benton a chance to score. 18 yards out, and that is what we get. Gets away nicely. Going to take a bounce at the 47, roll across the 50, and we should let it roll, and we do.
Well executed quick punt from Easton, flipping the field over to the Benton 40-yard line, leaving 25 seconds on the clock. Jeremy, we really did nothing but shoot ourselves in the foot repeatedly.
Repeatedly there. Just, that's a...
Matted our foot on that drive.
Yes, matted our foot, so we shot ourselves in the foot. Mental mistakes there with the false start penalties. Benton will have a chance to add to their lead before we go into halftime. 25 seconds does not seem like very much time, but if you've watched any of this game, you know that 25 seconds allows for a lot of things to happen. And we're going to do a hook and ladder. Red well.
I'll tell you what, number 82 for Sheridan, Rashad Litzy, has seen that play too many times in practice, knows what a hook and lateral looks like, especially in game situations like this. I think he spent last night dreaming about having an opportunity to make that play. I've never seen someone more ready to hit the ladder on the hook and ladder.
Oh, ratter clatter, hit the ladder. Well read there. Good to see a positive play on defense from your Sheridan Yellowjackets. Benton pulling out the trick play, trying to add to their lead right before halftime. They take a timeout with 16.9 seconds left in this People's Bank second quarter. I hope to see our defense give a lot of space to the receivers, not letting anyone behind them here. Do not need a big play before halftime from the Benton offense. Max protection for Benton, and they are going to take a deep shot. Thorne in the area. Incomplete pass. Good coverage there by Marquis, step for step with the receiver.
What an effort. Barely falling incomplete. A diving effort from number 2.
Jalel Percy. Who do you have? Carson Collett We've got different rosters here. Apologize for any confusion. Drew Davis rolling left. Receiver keeps his feet in bounds. Pushed out of bounds by Marquise Thorne. And it is going to be a first down with 3.7 seconds left in the People's Bank second quarter. Benton will take a timeout to discuss how they could potentially add to this lead. And with that, we will take another commercial break here before halftime.
In situations like this, we have seen Coach Kelly bring in some offensive players, mainly receivers or Zay Stevens, Zay coming off the edge to rush the quarterback, and maybe receivers back in the safety spots to help defend.
Here they come. We allowed Benton to line up to see what formation and what they could potentially run. We call a timeout, and then, as you were saying, Dakota, brought on some of our speedsters from offense over onto defense to prevent big play downfield. Benton will try to score here with 3.7 left in the People's Bank second quarter. You can expect flashy play, maybe a reverse pass, maybe a double pass where they throw it to receiver and then try to hit Drew Davis on the backside. Expect something flashy from the Benton Panthers here.
I'm expecting Zay to get low, a lot of bend to go around. Looks like he's going to line up against the big left tackle, try to get low and go around him, get to the quarterback, put some pressure on. And then we've also got Dylan Smith out here in coverage at the bottom of your screen. He's been a mean defensive back in limited action.
Showing press coverage.
Here comes Zay trying to go inside.
One-on-one, deep ball on Braden Lewis. Good coverage that time by Braden Lewis. One-on-one in an island. And that will bring it in to the first half here in Benton, Arkansas. Benton Panthers 66, Sheridan Yellowjackets 28. Mike Nevins is awaiting a word from Coach Kelly at halftime, and we're going to send it down to you, Mike.
Back here. Coach, after what was
Hey, this guy's 0 since freaking 7. Freaking knock him into freaking next week.
so after what started out as a good first quarter, energy-wise, kind of turned into a little bit of a track meet in the second quarter. What's the message at halftime?
I think it was a track meet in the first 6 minutes. We had 28 points in 6 minutes, hadn't scored since. We started making mistakes. We have, for the first time this season, our offensive line has not controlled the line of scrimmage even at all. They're just slicing through. Our big guys are a little slow on their steps, and they're going for head fakes and stuff, and we're having a tough time. They're going to have to line up and do a better job this week to get ready for next week, or we're going to be in trouble. You know, and Benton's good. And we knew they would come out with a little fire and a lot of fire. And they kept the acceleration on, and we have not. And that's something we've got to learn to do. We've got to learn to play however if it's a defensive battle, we got to play a defensive battle. If it's an offensive if it's an offensive track meet, we got an offensive track meet and then finally get a stop or an onside kick. We got an onside kick. We touched it before the ball got 50 to the 50, and we practice it every day and talk about it. And we make choices that kill us sometimes, and that's what's happening.
Okay, well, good luck in the second half, Coach.
Mike, we'll stay with you for a second. First quarter was off to a fast start. Like you said, good energy down there. What second quarter is it? I guess kind of morose is the right word, or what's your feel on the sidelines? Being down 66-28.
Yeah, so the game started out, and I was concerned myself being on the sideline. I'm on the sideline for every game, even when we didn't have the the broadcast part working, and the energy with the defense, like they were afraid of what Benton was going to do. The energy on the sideline from the defense was eerily similar to Rogers, right? And so I kind of had that little bit of concern. Of course, we come out on offense and we're doing the same thing to Benton. We just seemed to, once we threw our first pick, didn't get that fourth down conversion, excuse me. The defense just almost acted like, oh no, here we go again. To where last week, if you remember, against Jonesboro, they stepped up to the occasion and would go get a stop, or they would go, get the ball back. And I haven't had that feeling today. And I hope someone at halftime, I hope somebody steps up and says, hey, I think we come out in the mercy rule in the second half, and Coach Kelly will tell you that in the history of the mercy rule, nobody's come back and won the game, right? But you can come back and show some pride and some energy to go to next week.
All right, Mike, thanks for that insight. That's an accurate description as well. Appreciate you being on the sideline, giving us an extra perspective down there for us. Dakota, fast start to the first quarter. What's your takeaway on what we need to do in the second half to make this a respectable game for the visiting team?
Going into the second half in a mercy rule situation, I still don't see Benton letting off the gas. If we're going to give them one-on-one situations, and as talented of a quarterback as they have, I do expect them to continue to try to take advantage of those and not take their foot off the gas. So I don't know if that looks like some adjustments on defense, trying to, keep guys in front of us. The quarterback has placed the football exactly where it needs to go, and credit to them for doing that. But we've been in a lot of one-on-one situations. We need a little bit of help to cover these receivers. Need to create that to give ourselves a chance to create stops. And then on offense, love to see some play-action pass, especially on first down. We've handed the ball off on first down basically every series so far. And so I think, Benton has made some adjustments. We need to make some adjustments back and have some, we're just trying to create momentum going into next week at this point. And we're playing for pride, and we're playing for the history of this rivalry. And really just want to see us come out in a brand new half that's 0-0 and try to win the half.
Yep, agree with everything you said there. 1-1 are both teams in the conference, and just a reminder, it only takes 2 to get to the playoffs. And so the season is far from over. This game is far from over. And I would like to see, as you said, Dakota, just some character, someone in that locker room to step up as a leader, rally the troops, and get some type of positive momentum going into the next game and really the rest of the season. I feel like we caught really good wind at the end of last season that culminated in an overtime loss in the playoffs to a good Mountain Home team last year. And so we need that again. We need to get better with each game, each quarter, and each snap. And so I hope someone in that locker room steps up. That's why we have captains selected on the team, because usually they're the verbal leaders, are the ones who lead by action. And we'll need the guys to rally around each other, community to rally around this team, and come out starting out hot in this second half. Anything else from you, Dakota, before we take a break for halftime?
Let's win the half.
Win the half. Love it. Y'all stay tuned. Come back and join us for the second half of this streaming presentation of Sheridan Yellowjacket football, brought to you by Roof Connect and First Trust Home Loans. And we're back in action here in the third quarter, sponsored by Edwards HVAC. Onside attempt by Sheridan, fielded cleanly by Benton onside kick team, recovery team. First down and 10, Benton, starting at their own 47-yard line. A really fast first quarter from both teams' offenses turned into a hefty lead in the second quarter. Benton leading 66-28. Mercy rule will be in effect with the lead where it is right now. All-state quarterback Drew Davis has had a phenomenal game for Benton. Another quick out route to the sure-handed number 10, Corey Anderson.
The Panthers really like the play action out route on the outside with the outside receiver in a one-on-one situation.
Flag at the top of the screen. Some commotion from the Sheridan fans. Did not see what was happening at the top of the screen there. It's like some activity after the play on a Sheridan defender. Looks like number 21 there for Sheridan, Waylon Partain. He will be coming out of the game. Davis with the snap. Another fade route from the inside. Step-for-step coverage by number 18. Wallingford also punching at the ball for a good defensive play.
Lawson did not turn his head. He was simply watching the receiver's hands. And when the hands flashed upward, Lawson started punching at that football, able to break up the play. Really good pass defended from Lawson. One of a few deep ball attempts that have come up empty for the Panthers. And after some pressure and stepping up in the pocket, they're going right back to a slot fade to number 1,
Will Carter,
with another touchdown.
Actually got some pressure on Drew Davis, the Benton quarterback at that time. They ran the same play, did Benton back-to-back, and that time they connected on another deep ball touchdown. 72-28 now. 10:25 to go in the Edwards HVAC third quarter.
The extra point attempt
is up and good.
Drew Davis has got to be the best deep ball thrower I've seen so far this year.
Yeah, I agree with that.
It's a tight spiral. There's touch. It turns over at the peak and falls in.
He has had one overthrow on a deep ball, and I'd like to see his stats as a starter about how accurate he is throwing 20 yards or farther down the field. As a spectator, it's impressive. As a Sheridan fan, it is heartbreaking. Sheridan need not fall asleep here. Benton did try an onside kick at the end of the second quarter to add to their lead. Try to get some insight on the clock not running. See if Mike has us in his ears and can give us insight into the clock situation.
It's going to go out of bounds.
That is illegal procedure. Cannot kick it out of bounds. That will be an Ace Hardware penalty flag on Benton, and the first mistake by the Benton kicker all night.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team. Ball will be placed on the 35-yard line. First down, Sheridan.
Sheridan will take over on the 35. Go down to Mike for a little clarification on the clock.
So on the clock, guys, on the mercy rule, the ref said that they will run it if the coaches ask, but usually on scores and extra points and injuries, they'll stop it.
Okay, thank you, Mike. Appreciate your insight. Mike Nevins, our sideline reporter. Dakota Head and Jeremy Orman on the call tonight. Easton Barksdale in the quarterback, takes the snap, setting up a screen. Well read that time. Had a screen set up to both sides. Barksdale went towards Zay. I believe that is Zay. Yes, Zay's side of the field. Well read by Benton. Incomplete. 2nd and 10.
Little change of pace. Pass play on first down. Still trying to get the ball to Zay in space instead of between the tackles. Going to bring up a 2nd and 10. Benton was keyed in. That was number 15 flying through to stop him.
Bubble screen to Hunter Sosha. Has a blocker and room. Across the 50 to the 45, the 40, 35, and 30. Pushed out of bounds at the 30-yard line. Sheridan fans wanting a flag for a hit out of bounds. No flag on the play, but a Stockton Power Equipment first down on a good reception and run by Hunter Sosha.
Hunter Sosha is going to get all the stats on that play, as will Easton for the pass, but a lot of credit goes to number 52, Bradley Sturdivant, creating the space out in front. And on the heels, we've got a pre-snap penalty. False start from Walker Shields.
Mental mistake there. First down penalty, moving us behind the sticks. Clock will run, as Mike Nevins explained for us. Barksdale's seen a plethora of snaps for the offense. He's made some good throws under pressure, showing toughness for a sophomore and good composure. Got out to a fast start. Benton made good adjustments. They're only going to show 3 down linemen rushing. And they bring an extra off the edge. Deep ball attempt.
Had a double move pass.
Intended for Brandon Gostinski. Just
Perfectly
off the fingertips.
placed from Easton in the bread basket over the shoulder, but off the fingertips. Excellent throw from Easton.
Good protection by the line. Benton showing 3 down linemen. Brought an extra off the edge. Picked up good by Bradley Sturdivant. Again, showing 3, bringing more. Setting up a screen. Slow developing screen. Barksdale takes a hit. Couldn't complete it to Zay Stevens, who had some room.
Zay Stevens, the intended receiver.
Jeremy, the line of scrimmage is on the 34-yard line, and Easton ended the play back in the Sheridan 45.
There's getting depth on a screen, and then there's a lot of depth. That was a lot of depth. He had someone pursuing him.
20 yards
20-yard depth. 3rd down. 1 back set. Dylan Smith running a flag route, runs into the defender. Has to become a defender to keep an interception from occurring. 4th and 15. Flag. Nope. Spotted the ball wrong. Picked it up. Put it where it belongs. 4th and long for Sheridan Yellowjackets. Clock's running in this Edwards HVAC 3rd quarter. 6:18 to go. Ball thrown into double coverage intended for the playmaker Zay Stevens, and that will fall incomplete. Broken up by 2 Benton defenders. First down for Benton at their own 35, and we have a Benton defender down. We will take a commercial break and come back with more football after this. Welcome back to the First Trust Home Loans Roof Connect streaming presentation of Sheridan Yellowjacket football. There's 5:57 left to go in the Edwards HVAC third quarter. Benton has opened up their lead 73-28 and has taken over possession of the ball at their own 34-yard line. Drew Davis staying in the game for Benton, All-State quarterback, having a night tonight.
Sheridan's deepest defender about 5 yards off the ball. Play action. Slant over the middle to number 2.
Carson Collett.
Call it. It's a Benton Panther first down. Again, Jackets bringing heavy pressure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 guys.
All or nothing now. We'll try to get to Drew Davis to get a sack before he can get the ball off. Instead, he has time, throws it deep, one-on-one coverage. Excellent coverage.
In sync. In sync from the booth.
Not the band.
Not the band.
We were in sync. That's Rashad Litzy on the coverage. Excellent one-on-one coverage. Gets the hands up. Deflecting the ball. 2nd and 10, Benton.
Love what we're seeing tonight from Rashad.
Called his name a few times.
1 or 2. All very positive.
Coverage and tackling as well. Hard lick on a hook and ladder attempt by Benton earlier in the game. Thorne hot in pursuit. Davis gets away. Still time. Fakes out Jackson Delt. Shifty runners, Davis. Making something out of nothing.
Davis has so much composure. Guy's played a lot of football, taken a lot of snaps, and is very calm, cool, and collected when pressure's in his face. Doesn't really get in a hurry.
Two-time All-State quarterback.
Comes another slot fade to number 2.
Good coverage by Partain deep. Number 2 for Benton, the intended receiver, Carson Collett. Carson had his hands all over Partain. No call. Good coverage.
Yep, ball maybe a little overthrown there. Going to bring up a 4th and 3. I think it'd be really fun if they decided to punt the ball here. Not looking like it.
Not looking like a lot of fun. They're going to go for it.
Furthest defender again, approximately 5 yards off the ball.
Going to play an option. Nobody on the outside. And that will be a first down on an option play.
Tackle from number 16, Ross Stevens. Clock is ticking away, going down to 2 minutes and 55 seconds left in the third quarter, which is brought to you by Edwards HVAC.
Same formation from Benton with a slot back, one running back. They're going to pass out of it this time. Fade route at the top of your screen. Braden Lewis in coverage and knocks it away. Great job by Braden Lewis at the top of your screen. One-on-one coverage.
Braden Lewis, the team leader in passes defended, coming into the game.
I think he had 10 coming
with
in.
10. That would be his second tonight. Braden does a really good job getting his hands on the football at the point of catch. Going to bring up a 2nd 10. Benton is not going to stop running go routes.
Quick slant over the middle and incomplete. Rare drop tonight from the Benton receiver.
And a rare throw over the middle.
Number 14, Braylon Flowers, the intended target. Slant route.
We've only seen a handful of those. The primary play tonight has been slot fade, outside fade, or outside out route.
Out and ups.
Out and up.
Whatever is the longest route, they've been trying it.
Max pressure coming again from the Yellowjackets. Dropping
Setting
a
up the
couple of defenders
screen.
back.
Scored early on this play. 74 out front, throwing a block. Partain, good backside pursuit by Stevens. Both Stevens boys ends on the tackle there, Ross and Reed. Good hustle from the Stevens.
Great effort from Ross and Reed fighting through blockers, running across the field to bring down the Benton running back short of the end zone. Going to bring up a 1st and goal from the 10. Throw and catch slant route for a touchdown.
It's completed to Will Carter for Benton, his 4th touchdown of the game. New kicker for Benton.
Gavin Depps on to take the extra point. Carson Collett, no hold.
Good snap, hold, and the kick is good. 80 to 28, in the Edwards HVAC 3rd quarter. We'll take a quick commercial break and be back with more Sheridan football.
Here at Reliance Bank, our name says it all. Rely on us. We proudly celebrate that our Kansans have done that for 60 years. To provide personalized service, a face-to-face human connection with convenient and secure technology. Rely on us to be with you in the community, continuing to make Arkansas a great place to live and do business. Reliance Bank. Visit us today.
We're back in the Edwards HVAC 3rd quarter. Benton to kick off after a scoring drive. This kick lands short. Dylan touches it, goes into the end zone for a touchback. I believe the high school rule is you can touch it. If it goes into the end zone, it's a touchback regardless.
Thankful for that rule at the moment. I was getting very excited to see Dylan Smith get a chance to return one.
Haven't called Dylan's name that much tonight. I know if Benton's been keying on him, made adjustments early in the game. Barksdale, your quarterback. 4 receivers with Zay Stevens in the backfield. 3 down linemen for Benton. Clock has stopped. Benton takes a timeout with 19 seconds left in the Edwards HVAC 3rd quarter, and we will take a commercial break. Welcome back to the Edwards HVAC 3rd quarter. 19.3 seconds left to go in the 3rd quarter. Benton calls timeout. Didn't like the alignment, showing 3 down linemen and another false start from the Sheridan offense. It's been our bugaboo tonight, Dakota. Some mental false start mistakes.
Got to go 85 yards now.
1st down, 15. Sheridan back up to the line, going to stay with the same play call. Good snap. And off to Zay up the middle. Met by a herd of Panthers. Hard running by Zay results in a minimal gain.
Zay Stevens was tackled by Weston Monson.
And that will be the end of the Edwards HVAC 3rd quarter. We will take a break to hear from our sponsors and be back shortly. Here, 4th quarter.
Banking is a lot like football. You need a solid game plan to reach your goals. Every yard matters, and every decision can move you closer to the end zone. Just like a great team relies on trust and protection, your finances need the same. From managing your everyday money to saving for the future to making the big plays when opportunity comes, success takes preparation, teamwork, and smart moves. Because both in banking and football, it's not about how you start the drive, it's about finishing strong in the end zone.
Welcome back to the fourth quarter, sponsored by Roof Connect and First Trust Home Loans, our streaming sponsors as well, trying to set up a screen. Dylan Smith comes late, has a reception. Dylan has space for the first time tonight. Positive gainer on second down. Going to bring up 3rd and 2 for the Sheridan Yellowjackets.
Really nice screenplay there, getting Dylan Smith the ball in space with momentum and blockers ahead. Really good gain there to bring up a 3rd and short. 3rd and 4. Try to run a pick play at the top of your screen out of the 3 receiver bunch set to get a slant. However, we got caught up in traffic, it looked like, didn't quite get there, which is going to bring up a 4th and 4.
Fourth down and 4. I'd like to see a conversion here. I'm not sure we've converted a 4th down yet tonight. Spreading the field out. Zay has moved up close to the line of scrimmage. More of a receiver than running back. 3 seconds on the play clock. 2-1. We get the snap off. Zay's coming underneath. And so is J.P. Black. Good hands in traffic by J.P. Black on a slant route, converting on 4th down, resulting in a Stockton Power Equipment 1st down.
Great, tough route from J.P. Securing the catch in traffic and gaining some yards after the catch for the 1st down. Really nice route execution from JP and a quick handoff to Zay on 1st down. Slicing up the middle, turning the legs. Nice gain on 1st down.
Good vision by Zay. Cutting back to the left after gaining some yardage. Zay had a big gainer on a pop pass early in the game. Other than that, Benton has done a good job of keeping our running game in check. Sheridan's offense has been held in check since the 1st quarter. Pressure coming up the middle. He's got Dylan deep and hits him in stride. Dylan Smith showing up here in the Roof Connect First Trust Home Loans 4th quarter, resulting in a teeter touchdown.
Jeremy, that was a perfect throw and catch. Ball couldn't have been any better. Dylan Smith toasted the defender. Excellent execution.
Good execution. Beautiful ball by the sophomore Barksdale, who's also the holder for this extra point attempt. Good to see Dylan Smith break free, get his hands on the ball, make a big play for us. Dylan had that unbelievable catch last week on a 4th down. Ball was tipped. He dives for it, gets one hand underneath it, convert on 4th down. Been a good addition to the Yellow Jacket offense this season. Extra point attempt is good. 9:33 to go in the Roof Connect and First Trust Home Loans 4th quarter. Good drive there. 4th down conversion, deep ball. We get back on the board. We've been shut down since 1st quarter. I don't believe we've scored since the 1st quarter. So good to see the offense make some positive plays there and get into the end zone.
Offensive line did a good job giving Easton time to throw and really one of the best throws of the night from the sophomore quarterback down the sideline, in stride, on the numbers. Really nice throw and catch there.
Really been impressed with Barksdale standing in the pocket, taking hits while he throws as well, looking those defensive line and linebackers right in the eyes while trying to make plays down the field. That takes some composure, some toughness. Onside kick attempt. Sidewinding kick. Bounces off the pads of number 4 for Benton, but he is there to recover it. I show Easton Snellings there for Benton.
Several times tonight on an onside kick attempt, the initial man to the ball for Benton has fumbled the recovery. We've had opportunities, just haven't been able to convert them. Benton is going to take over on the Sheridan 48-yard line. We have a new quarterback in the game.
New quarterback.
Same result.
Same result. Slant pass over the middle results in a touchdown for Benton. That was number 4, Easton Snellings, who recovered the onside kick for Benton. Catches a pass over the middle, scores a touchdown. 86-35. That sounds weird coming out of the mouth. 86-35. Clock is winding in this Roof Connect First Trust Home Loans fourth quarter. Extra point attempt is up and good. 87-35. Sheridan offense goes down and scores here in the fourth quarter. Benton quickly responds.
Quickly.
A one-play drive. 49-yard pass completion to Snellings. J.P. Black, Dylan Smith, deep to return.
Looks like we have a different kicker as well. Might be a returnable ball.
It will be returnable. Smith
go,
takes
Dylan.
it at the 2. Breaks away from the first wave defenders. Has a little room, little blocker downfield. Dylan down the sideline across the 40. Bumped out of bounds at the 45-yard line.
Sheridan's leading returner takes it out to the 45-yard line on his first true attempt of the night.
Just to prove your point earlier in the game that the Benton starter kicker has taken Dylan out of the game on the returns, kicking it into the end zone, not allowing him a chance, because you can see what he can do there when he gets his hands on the ball.
This is going to be our best starting field position of the night. And by the way, it's approximately Benton's worst starting field position to average starting field position of the night. That tells you a lot about the score on its own.
Yes. Dax McMillan has checked in, looks to his left, 2 open receivers, can't find either one there. .702 in the Roof Connect First Trust Home Loans fourth quarter. Roof Connect and First Trust Home Loans are also our streaming sponsors. We do want to thank all of our sponsors. We will be sure to mention you all later, but we appreciate you allowing this to happen. 2nd and 10. McMillan takes the snap, looking over the middle. Eli coming across late, slightly behind Eli. Good attempt by the big man over the middle. Can't come down with it. It's going to be 3rd down and 10 for Sheridan.
A little off the mark on the first 2 throws, trying to get back into the rhythm of the game. Dax has been on the sideline for several quarters, well, a couple of quarters now. Got to find the groove again. Going to bring up a 3rd and 10. Got 2 plays here.
2 plays to get first down. Play clock winding down, 9 seconds. Dax rolling right, single receiver side. Throws it to the sideline, just out of the reach of number 1, Walter Shields.
Number 24, Ashton Berry in coverage. All over the receiver in the attempt to make the double move, unable to create much separation. 4th and 10.
Rostinsky checking in. J.P. Black on the inside at the bottom of your screen. 2 receivers to each side. Eli Turner in the backfield. Rolling right again. J.P. Black is broken free of the defender, gets upfield. That's going to be enough for a Stockton Power Equipment first down.
2 4th down conversions in a row for J.P. Black, running good routes and creating separation, securing the catch. Really nice to see that from J.P. Good throw from Dax there, going to bring up a 1st and 10, a Stockton Power Equipment first down.
Offsides, defensive ends lined up in the neutral zone. First and 5. .420 to go in the 4th quarter. Quick handoff up the middle to Eli, sniffed out by the Benton defense. Still positive yards by the big man up the middle.
Eli Turner earning tough yards between the tackles.
Eli has not had any easy yards tonight.
I don't think Eli likes it easy. Easy wouldn't be very fun.
Staying with the same formation. 32 is checked in for Sheridan. Gunnar Hoyle at the bottom of your screen. They go that way, intended for Green, incomplete to Green over the outstretched arms. A little high there on the delivery. 3:40 to go in the 4th quarter. I like the offensive line has done a good job pass protecting. Coach Kelly in his halftime interview mentioned not being able to open up many lanes in the running game. Quick pitch to Eli on the outside, looking for room, cuts it back. Good open field tackle there by Benton defender number 36, Aiden Bateman.
Yeah, a little quick toss to the left out of a bunch formation. Eli didn't like what he saw. Looked for a cutback lane. And credit to the Benton defense. They stayed home, did not lose contain, and were able to stop him for little to no gain. Going to bring up a 4th and 4.
Hunter Sosha over the middle where he lives, making those tough receptions in traffic. Hunter Sosha, Stockton Power Equipment, first down.
Hunter Sosha catches the ball between the hash marks in the middle of the field where the most violent defenders live, unafraid, calmly bringing it in, converting the 3rd 4th down attempt in a row.
Benton will take a timeout with 2:11 to go in the Roof Connect First Trust Home Loans 4th quarter. We're going to take a break. And as you saw there, we have a lot of support of this streaming broadcast. We appreciate all of our sponsors. 2 minutes, 11 seconds in the fourth quarter. 1st and 10, Sheridan. Handoff to Eli, looking for room. Nothing there. Not much doing on the running game tonight for the Sheridan Yellowjackets. Loss of 3 on the play. Call it 2nd and 13.
No daylight to be found on the right side. Benton did a good job plugging up the running lanes.
McMurray Meyer has checked in as a receiver. Wostinski Green. Gunnar Hoyle. Motion to the left, look that way. He's got a man open, complete. Number 17, McMurray Meyer getting into the end zone.
McMurray Meyer checked into the game, ran a nice route, put a little shifty move on. 1 play in the game, 1 touchdown for Michael. Sorry, Michael. I know a Michael McMurray.
McMurray
Meyer.
Teeter motor touchdown for McMurray Meyer from Dax McMillan. Extra point attempt pending. Good snap, holds down, he goes up. And good. Clock will run out here.
Violently running down.
It's all over the place.
Kind of jumping around.
47 to 46 to 30 pretty quickly.
Looks like that's going to be the end of the ball game. Good to see the Yellowjackets at the end of the game score on 2 consecutive drives, converting a multitude of 4th downs that they faced. Happy to see Dax have some conversions and touchdowns at the end of the game. Jeremy, close us out.
First quarter had my hopes up individually. Really good, back and forth, trading punches. Was Sheridan and Benton back and forth on the offensive side of the ball. Benton made some adjustments, shutting us down in the second quarter offensively, third quarter offensively, able to get back on the board in the fourth quarter. As Coach Kelly said at the beginning of the game, Benton has won this conference 8 straight years, I believe is what he said. And they are the king, and to be the man, you got to beat the man. And tonight, we, Sheridan fell a little short of that. Love the heart and determination to continue to play and put points on the board late in the game. Drew Davis for Benton was just too much to handle tonight for our secondary, putting the ball exactly where he needed to on deep routes specifically, resulting in big plays and touchdowns. High-powered offense.
See his final game stats when those come out.
Yes. He will hold many records at Benton, and I think he will hold those for a really long time. Special player. Good player, athletic, showed what he can do with his legs as well a little bit tonight. Overall good. Mike, any closing thoughts from you down there on the sideline for us, Mike?
Well, you saw a little bit of energy out of the offense there in the second half, especially in the fourth quarter. It was a positive thing to see Dax come in and lead the team down the field for a score. You hope that this doesn't carry over to next week. You hope that they bounce back. Last year, for example, when you had tough losses, big losses, they seem to bounce back and have a pretty good performance the next week. So you hope to see that out of this bunch. You just hope to see a leader amongst these guys to step up and come out and practice on Monday and get after it and get ready to go to War Memorial Stadium and play Catholic.
All right. Thank you, Mike. Appreciate you as always. Mike Evans, our sideline reporter. Dakota, another tough match next week. Like you said, you'd like to see the offense get into the end zone. But next week we have Catholic at War Memorial Stadium. Going to be a really neat setting to take on Catholic, but we need some positive momentum going into that game.
It's a very exciting venue to play in. as a kid in Central Arkansas, some of the first college football games you might find your way to are held at War Memorial Stadium. Certainly those were my first college football experiences. And so to get to play in a stadium where they play college football is cool on its own. And so I think there's a lot to be excited about. The Sheridan Little Rock Catholic game last year was one of the best, most exciting games of the year. Came down to the final possession. And I think you just have to remember how close you played them last year, how close you played teams this year versus how you played them last year. And remember that you can play with and you can hang with anyone. You can't let go of the rope. You got to believe. And you just got to go be excited to play football on Friday Night Lights. You only get to do it so many times.
Mm-hmm.
And you've got a very exciting venue to play in. Just go all out and have fun.
Yeah.
Play hard. And, I think that's really all we're looking for. But, with how we played Catholic last year, the returners we have this year, what we've shown at times so far this season, we have a chance to win next week.
We have a good group of players. Got some seniors that have kind of laid this new foundation. Some sophomores contributing as well. We can move the ball. We can score the points. We've seen that. Defense have shown flashes of greatness, and a lot of potential left in the Sheridan football team. And like you said, one day these kids will be 42, be fat and out of shape just like me, and just think about Friday nights. And I just hope they can muster up some excitement to continue the season and finish it strong, because like you said, a lot of these kids, this will be the last time they play football. So good luck to our Sheridan Yellowjackets going forward. Want to mention our sponsors one more time. Cotia, Manatlaw, J.M. Fry Inc., Roof Connect, McCoy Tigert Pharmacy, Stockton Power Equipment, Ace Hardware, Shelby Taylor Trucking, First Trust Home Loans, El Perion, Teeter Motor, Edwards HVAC, People's Bank, Alliance Bank, and Lunday and Associates. Thank you all for your sponsorship. Thank you for tuning in, and we will be with you next week as Sheridan takes on Little Rock Catholic at War Memorial